DJ Moore's Fantasy Football Outlook, what to expect after the NFL Draft. The Chicago Bears are gearing up for an exciting season, and they are not holding back when it comes to beefing up their offense. With a roster brimming with talented pass catchers, the Bears are on a mission to help their new quarterback, Caleb Williams, reach his full potential as the #1 overall pick. Under the guidance of head coach Ben Johnson, fans can expect some serious upgrades to the Bears' offensive game plan. Wide receiver DJ Moore remains a key player in this revamped offense. He was the team's leading receiver in 2024, but now he finds himself in a competitive landscape with emerging talents like Luther Burden, Rome Odunze, Colston Loveland, and Cole Kmet. However, the term competing might not fully capture Johnson's vision. He's aiming for an offense that's explosive and dynamic, utilizing all its weapons effectively. From a fantasy football perspective, though, things are looking a bit murky for Moore. With Williams expected to spread the ball around, there's a chance that Moore could experience some quieter weeks as other receivers step into the spotlight. This uncertainty has led to Moore landing on Matt Berry's hate list for fantasy players following the 2025 NFL Draft, as reported by NBC Sports. Berry pointed out, the additions of Colston Loveland and Luther Burden III mean consistent targets could be difficult to come by. DJ Moore is coming off career lows in yards per target and yards per route run. Even worse for Moore? Burden is essentially Moore. Their skill sets overlap. Last season, more than 60% of Moore's receiving yards came after the catch, and he led the NFL in screen targets. At the end of the day, Moore and the Bears are likely more focused on winning games than on individual fantasy stats. If the team is racking up victories and Moore is contributing to the offense, that's what truly matters. However, for those who are serious about their fantasy leagues, it might be wise to approach Moore with a bit of caution on draft night. In Williams' rookie season, Moore caught 98 passes for 966 yards and 6 touchdowns. While this was a slight dip from his first year with the Bears, where he had 96 receptions for 1,364 yards and 8 touchdowns, it's clear that there's a budding connection between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Even with the influx of new talent, Williams is likely to look Moore's way frequently. During Johnson's last season with the Detroit Lions, he helped cultivate several fantasy football stars. Wide receivers Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams both surpassed 1,000 yards, with 12 and 7 touchdown catches, respectively. Tight end Sam Laporta also made a significant impact, racking up 726 yards and 7 touchdowns, while running back Jahmyr Gibbs added 517 yards and 4 touchdowns to the mix. Of course, it's important to note that comparing the Bears to the Lions offensively might be a stretch. If everything goes according to Johnson's plan, we could see a true offensive resurgence in Chicago. However, in this first year, the Bears are still laying the groundwork for their future. That said, Johnson's track record shows that when his offense is firing on all cylinders, multiple pass catchers can thrive. If Moore can step into a role similar to that of Amon-Ra St. Brown, he could see a steady stream of targets and become a focal point in the passing game. Yet, Johnson will need to figure out how to best utilize all the talent at his disposal. It's understandable to have some concerns about Moore's fantasy outlook with so many players vying for attention. But if Johnson can help Williams develop into the quarterback the Bears believe he can be, then Moore and the entire Chicago offense could reap the rewards.